Welcome to That's Good Sports. I'm Brandon. I had too many dumb jokes to make about the Eagles-Jags London game that I had to turn it into its own prediction episode, Perna. Now, I'm still pissed that the Eagles blew a 17-0 lead in the fourth quarter against the Panthers. Not pissed enough to believe Doug Peterson is sorely missing Frank Reich, but angry enough to believe Washington may actually be better than Philly in the NFC East. That's how angry I am. Philly. Jags vs. Philly predictions. That's Good Sports. This episode is sponsored by BetDSI.com, one of the most trusted sports books out there. If you want to do some sports betting, use my promo code GS100 and BetDSI will match your initial deposit up to $1,000 American dollars. Had to clarify American since this is a London game. Have no fucking clue what London money is at BetDSI. Use my link in the description to get you to BetDSI. And right now, the Philadelphia Eagles are 3.5-point favorites over Jacksonville with an over-under of 42. This game is definitely the 2018 Letdown Bowl. Not to be confused with the 1995 Letdown Bowl between me and that glass pipe that burned my lips. I was 11. How was I supposed to know how to smoke weed properly? Now, despite the underperformance from both of these teams this season, the Eagles are still reigning champs, and the Jags were in the AFC Championship game 9 months ago. 9 months ago. How many sad Jags babies are being born this week after being conceived due to that AFC Championship game loss? That's the real question. I would say how many Jagoff babies are being born this week, but not only is that confusing, it just feels wrong to say. Jagoff babies. Ugh. However, after losses last week, they're both 3-4. Jacksonville went as far as to bench Blake Bortles mid-game in favor of Cody Kessler, who threw 1 touchdown and 1 pick against the Texans. Now, Jacksonville is going back to Blake Bortles, but he's going to be on a short leash, per Adam Schefter. Between the short leashes and the Eagles' dog masks, it sounds like a great fucking way to get PETA involved, which nobody ever wants. This game is being played in London, like I've said 3 fucking times, where Blake Bortles is 3-0 in his career. Actually, he's just 3-0 over the last 3 trips. He's not undefeated in London. Sorry, I always confuse my Blake Bortles facts. They're like the hardest facts to keep straight. Just imagine how well Bortles is going to do when he figures out the language barrier. That's right, Blake. Chips mean fries, biscuits mean cookies, and Jaguar is pronounced Jaguar. 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 Jagoff babies. Jacksonville is going to have to band together and become Jaguars if they want to save their season. Huh? Like that wordplay? Also, Malcolm Jenkins, not Jalen Ramsey, wins the Sick Burn of the Week award when he said this: "I can turn on the tape this week of our opponent and see that Colin Kaepernick deserves a job." So you're saying Colin Kaepernick is better than Blake Bortles? You know, Malcolm, the only people who disagree with you are every single GM in the NFL. But that's just because they're scared of losing the support of the racists in their fan base. Other than those GMs, everyone in Planet Football knows Kaepernick is better than Bortles. But I do expect Carson Wentz to do something no other quarterback has been able to do since Tony Romo and Brandon Weeden combined forces. Beat Bortles in London. Wentz has been playing very well despite getting little attention from the national media because the Eagles keep blowing games like Chad Kelly blows opportunities. 10 touchdowns to just 1 interception for Wentz. He completed 81% of his passes against the Panthers, and I'm pretty sure he's one of the few QBs Jalen Ramsey actually respects. Now, I'm not going to watch this game because the NFL doesn't understand that nobody wants to wake up at 7:30 a.m. to watch a goddamn football game on Sunday. If the threat of spending an eternity in hell won't get me to church early on Sunday, do you think the threat of missing 3/4 of what might be a great football game will get me out of bed? No. Eagles win, but I bet Jacksonville plays better because of Carlos Hyde. The only way Blake Bortles works is if the running game works. Those are facts, and I think the Eagles win. Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Sports. All of the other predictions already up on this channel. The video's on the screen here. You could click it to watch all of the NFL picks. Subscribe here if you haven't already. I'm on Twitter at Brandon Perna, Instagram at Brandon Perna, and my second channel, That's Good Podcast, features Blitzed NFL Radio podcast and my podcast if you want to sub there.